Is getting indicted good for Donald Trump's polling? Apparently it is, because Trump has tightened his grip on the Republican nomination post that federal indictment down in Miami. This all comes out according to a new NBC poll that shows that 51% of Republican primary voters would pick Trump as their first choice, while 22% would pick Ron DeSantis. The poll also showed that majority of voters have big concerns about the mental and physical health of Joe Biden. So let's break this poll down, shall we? In April, Trump held a 46-31 lead over DeSantis. That's a 15-point lead. Now, the lead is 51-22, a 29-point lead. That means that he has had a 14-point increase in his lead with DeSantis since being indicted. When the Republican race gets reduced to just those two candidates in the survey, Trump actually gets 60% of the Republican primary voters, while DeSantis gets 36. We know that's unlikely because obviously the two of them are not going to go head to head for quite some time. 77% of Republican primary voters, though, say that the federal charges against Trump in that classified document case give them either minor concern, which is 14%, or no real concern at all. Wow. Bill McInturff, who is the Republican pollster that conducted the half of that poll, said to NBC News, quote, "Something has to happen to shift this race." And he added that the early nominating states of Iowa and New Hampshire have shown the potential to do that in past campaigns. True. So there you go. Something has to happen early, especially in those early states. Something that I've been saying over and over again if you've been watching these videos for the last few months. But let's look ahead to the general election, because the polls show that Biden is getting support from 49% of registered voters, while Trump gets 45%. Now, we don't run national elections, but it's a good idea to understand the mood of the electorate. And again, this is registered voters, not likely voters. But even with that, which that segment of the population doesn't benefit Republicans when you just look at registered voters, it's still within the margin of error. That's not bad. When we break it down further, Biden leads Trump among women, 55-38. He leads among voters that are 18 to 34, 65-30. Among Hispanic voters, 66-26. And among black voters, 73-20. As well as independent voters, he has a 47-33 lead. But when we look at Trump polling numbers, here's where it goes down. Trump is leading among white voters, 51-43. He's leading among male voters, 51-42. I assume that includes everyone who identifies as a man, but I'll leave that to NBC to explain. He leads among white voters without college degrees, 60-35, and he leads among rural voters, 68-26. So my big takeaway from this poll is that while many in the media want to portray Trump as unelectable, even the polling from this left-wing media outlet, NBC, makes it very, very clear this is going to be a very, very close race. Well, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure that you never miss another video.